Have you ever met a master manipulator? When I was in middle school, there was a boy named Ethan in my class who seemed like the nicest person you'd ever meet. He was always the first to offer help, the first to share his snacks, and the first to volunteer for any class activity. Everyone loved him, including me. I was shy and struggled to make friends, so when Ethan befriended me, I was over the moon. At first, everything seemed fine. He'd invite me over to play video games, share jokes, and even stand up for me when other kids picked on me. But soon, little things started happening that didn't make sense. Ethan would borrow my lunch money and promise to pay me back, but never did. When we worked on group projects, he'd make me do all the work while taking all the credit. He'd laugh it off saying, "We're friends, right? Friends help each other." Things took a darker turn during a class camping trip. Ethan dared me to sneak out of the cabin with him after curfew, saying it would be an adventure. I was hesitant, but didn't want to seem like a coward. We ended up wandering deep into the woods, and when I wanted to turn back, he started mocking me, calling me a baby. Then, out of nowhere, he told me he'd seen something moving in the trees, a shadow man he claimed had followed him on previous trips. He spun this terrifying story about how the shadow man took kids who didn't listen. I was scared out of my mind, but Ethan just smiled and said, "Don't worry, I'll protect you." When we finally got back to the cabin, I overheard him laughing with some other boys, bragging about how he'd gotten me good with his story. That night, I couldn't sleep. It hit me how much Ethan enjoyed seeing others scared or hurt. The final straw came a few weeks later when he spread a rumor that I had cheated on a math test. I was devastated. My teacher didn't believe him, but the damage was done. The other kids whispered about me for weeks. That's when I realized Ethan wasn't just a prankster or a bad friend, he thrived on control and manipulation.